Hey guys, welcome back to Zero's Hobbies. And today we're going to do another unboxing. We're going to take a look at a kit from the show Iron-Blooded Orphans. This is the Man Rodi, which was one of the enemy suits. There was two of these accompanied with the Gushian, which is one of my favorite suits from that show. Probably one of my favorite looking suits of all time, but whatever. The Gushian was accompanied by two of these, and I had been looking for these for a while, but I could not justify the price of what they were called. People were asking for them. Now, I don't like to blame things, but I know for a fact in this case it had to do a lot with the pandemic. Only because I had been buying Gundams before the pandemic even came around, because I was stuck home regardless. I was home anyway, so I was shopping online for some of the kits to keep myself busy. When the pandemic hit, it started slowly, but like partway through that first year, Gundam kits skyrocketed. And I mean, they went ridiculously high, in my opinion. And for a kit like this, you were looking at $30 to $40. Now, I don't know if it was because just a lack of inventory, or just retailers were like, well, everybody's buying stuff online because nobody's going out, so let's just charge whatever the hell we want. And you can see, like, these blue labels. I've said it before. Bandai changed the labels to blue so that in the Western community, we could not tell what the kits were actually costing. Because on the red ribbons, you can see the price in yen, and it's easy to translate, right? So if it was like, 1,600 yen, you're talking about a $16 kit. You know what I mean? And they don't want that on there because, like I said, the retailers can sell you this for whatever they want, which they did. And I refused to buy it at the time. And finally, I want to say it was Mecha Warehouse where I found them for a reasonable price. So I bought two of them, because I really like this kit. And I have the Iron-Blooded Orphans upgrade kit to turn this into the Man Rodi, which was a later version that the Tekkadan team, because they were scavengers, man. They everything they fought, they scavenged and used parts from on their Gundams or on their mobile suits so that they could improve. You know what I mean? Which was a really cool concept. But anyway, if you haven't seen the show Iron-Blooded Orphans, check it out. It's on Netflix. I think it's on Hulu. And you can get it on Crunchyroll. It is a great 2-season show. I mean, it's a sad show, right? Like, I mean, most good Gundam shows are very sad. They're not happy shows. You know what I mean? So, watch at your discretion. But it is a good show. I recommend it. But anyway, let's get over to the table. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what comes inside. Sit tight. All right, here we is. The high-grade Man Rodi from Iron-Blooded Orphans. Let's take a look. We get 2 bags and the instructions. All right, let's open these up and see what's inside here. All right, here are the instructions. There's one of the pilots. These guys are like street trash or something that they called them. It was pretty harsh anime. If you haven't watched it, check it out. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it turned out to be really good. Very sad, of course, because it's a Gundam show. Even though it's an alternate universe, it's still very, very sad. So it's not, don't go in there expecting happy-go-lucky robot guys. All right, very simple, as you can see. This is extremely simple kit. All right, here we have the A sprue, and this is like a bluish gray color. And you've got the big old cleaver here, some of the torso, most of the torso parts, joints, things like that. Not too bad. Detail's pretty good. It's a big old cleaver hammer. So it's a hammer and a cleaver. It's pretty interesting. Here we have the B sprue. And these are the outer shell, outer body parts, like the thigh flaps or the armor, the thigh armor, or whatever you want to call that, the front armor, the groin piece, torso. There's part of the back there, and part of the face or the front armor. There's the head there. Not a lot to it, as you can see. This is a really small sprue with not much on there. So, all right, here we have the C sprue, and this is like the arms, the feet, the shoulders, the thighs, the legs. As you can see, it's really short. You know, very short mecha. There's the hand covers, biceps. I like the look of them. That's the reason I got them. I really like the whole. They kind of look like frogs, whereas the Gushian looks like a giant turtle. You know, so they have kind of a theme between the two suits. So it's pretty interesting, and I like that look. I'm gonna probably paint them. You know, I don't really like this teal. I'm not a fan of this color green. Even with the Zaku's, I don't like the bright green. But yeah, I'll probably paint these guys up eventually. All right, here we have the D sprue, which is pretty much the face lens and the beam rifle. It's like a beam submachine gun. It's like a smaller, shorter version of the Gushian's gun, which is, again, it ties them together. It's pretty cool. All right, here we have the polycap sprue, the PC sprue. Not many, because again, this is a small kit. And then we have the sticker sheet. There's a foil sticker with the piece that goes over the eye lens, so it gives you the three little dots for the three little triangles for the eye, which I thought was pretty cool. And then a blank one in case you just want to make it blank, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Not much to it. All right, there you go. It is the Man Rodi. Not much to it, but we'll get it built. We'll get it back on the table so you guys can take a look at it, and I'll give you my final thoughts on it, and then you guys can decide for yourselves whether or not this is a kit worth getting. All right, guys, sit tight. All right, so here he is, the Iron-Blooded Orphans Man Rodi kit. He's not much to say. It's not that I don't like the kit. I just am not a fan of this. I like the design, right? Like I'm a fan of the design. That's why I got it, and I like that it looks cool next to the Gushian. And I got two of them because they were actually the price that they should have been, or close to it. I'll tell you now, if you're looking at it and you're interested in it, do not, and I mean do not, pay more than $12 for this kit. Like maybe 13, 14 for shipped. But other than that, no, this kit's not worth, it's not worth all that money. It's cool and it goes with the story and it's whatever, but this is not a lot of kit for that kind of money. It's got a really interesting design. No feet because it's a spacefaring thing, but they do have, and I have the kit that has it. It has different bottom, I guess, feet or whatever. They're a little bit wider. They stick out a little more, and they're a little teeny bit fatter. So I guess that counts as land feet because then they call them landman roadies, which is hilarious. So he's got the machine gun, or his machine gun. The joints, it's because it's a high grade, the joints aren't very solid. So it's a little wobbly. He also comes with his hammer cleaver hammer, and you can normally, there's a little peg back here on his butt. It sticks out right there. And you can just slot this in there. See? Or you can slot the machine gun in there. So either one you can put in there. But like I said, the legs are very wobbly and everything falls off. Like it doesn't stay. They say I just pulled the booster, just fell off because the knees are like, see? So, I mean, that's going to change obviously when I paint it because I'm going to paint them, for whatever color I decide to paint the Gucci on. So look at that. Not a lot of I mean, it's got articulation, just like all the other ones, you know, but it's not the greatest. The head barely moves. It's on a ball joint. See, it pops right off. Little frog face. It has a little sticker for the eye, but I didn't put that in because I'm gonna paint it. But yeah, it doesn't move very much. The torso, it's got a little bit of a torso bend, you can see, and a little bit of like hip joint action. Like, get at it, you know. But yeah, I mean, not a very impressive kit for what they're asking for it in the market right now. Now, maybe that's because they're not printing this kit anymore. I don't know. I, I would like to see if they ever make a master grade of something like this and what it would cost, you know. But yeah, I'm not. Two is enough, and that's only going to be for a diorama that I make for them, and that's about it. So he looks really stumpy and really, really short, but here he is next to, zoom out a little bit for you guys. Here he is next to Grandpa. So you can see he's just a little bit shy of Grandpa. He's at the shoulders. Grandpa's looking at him like, where's the rest of you? You know, but he's bulky. Like, you can see his upper torso is super thick compared to Grandpa's. You know what I mean? But the legs, man, I just can't with those tiny, tiny, like the thighs are almost as big as they're just a little bit bigger than the biceps on this kid. So he's kind of like, you could take him off. I could probably take him off and put on Grandpa's legs, but it wouldn't, you know. Hang on, let's see if we can do it. If not, you know, whatever. Hang on. Yeah, no dice. Can't change them. They're both different. The legs, the hip joints are completely different. He's got like a PVC connector, and this guy's just got a straight plastic to plastic generic connector. And this is from the Battlelog series, so it's a little bit more modern. That's a lot older. So more polycaps in him. He's got some polycaps too, but not as many as this guy does. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I mean, I'm okay. I'm sure I could do it if I, you know, kit bash some stuff and he can get longer legs, and maybe I'll try it one time, but I don't know. We'll see. You give him some Zaku legs, you know what I mean? Give him some height. But there you go. That is the iron-blooded orphans, Man Rodi, uh, Guxian sidekick. Is it worth your money? Not unless you're, you know, like I said, you're paying $12 to 14 for shipping. You know what I'm saying? Anything more than that, it's not worth it. Don't get it. Save your money. And like I said, unless you're going to glue and paint it, like, because I don't play with these guys. Like, I don't, you know, I don't move, you know, we'll pick them up and move them all around. They're not action figures to me. Even though they're classified as action figures, I don't consider them action figures. Like, as soon as you touch that guy, a ton of stuff falls off. So my only option with this kit is to like glue it together, and then paint it. Like, glue it in a nice pose and then paint it. And also, like, one thing, I'm not a fan of this. This is my biggest pet peeve with model kits. That's all hollow just because I didn't want to put anything in there. So what I did with the first one is I actually cut some plastic card, some plamo card or pla plate or whatever the hell you kids call it. It's called plastic card. I cut pieces that fit, measured them, and I filled them in. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one because, like I said, I don't like empty slots like that. But I might actually put the Man Rodi feet on this one since I have them, and I might as well, you know, make them a little different. But yeah, there you go. And that's just a weapon option kit that you can find. Here goes this booster. This guy just does not want to work. So he's probably better with a flight stand, and he's got the peg hole for a flight stand. So you're probably better off doing that with this kit because, Jesus, he can't stand for nothing, man. It's not a very good kit. Thumbs down. All right, so really quick, I just want to show you guys. There's the standard legs, and there are the chunky legs or the ground legs. And you can see the feet are actually bigger. They're wider. And so it gives it a more stable footing. But they're so tiny. They're so short. and he's still the same height. Like they're still the exact same height. Those little legs, and this one's got the long, spindly ones. So it's just weird. It's just a weird thing. But there you go. That's the Rodi, the Man Rodi, and that's the Land Man Rodi. But yeah, it's your call if you want to get them or not. But I don't think it's worth what people are charging right now. Like I said, unless you can get it for $12, $14. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Don't get them if you're not really a big fan of the frog design. Space frog design. But there you go. That's my opinion on it. As always, like, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.